All right, we're going to do a short hands-on demo with Socrative here. So the first thing you need to do is go to socrative.com in any web browser. This works on your laptop as well as your iPad or iPhone or iPod Touch. Then you want to go down to hands-on demo so we can see how this thing works. This opens up a teacher's device as well as a student's device, so you can see how the teacher's device and student's device interact. Now, the first thing to note on the teacher's device is your room number. This is how students log into your classroom. So you just need to instruct students to type in this number in their device and click Join Room. And notice it says that it's waiting for the teacher to start the next activity, and your students in your room went up to 1. I'm going to go ahead and log in on another device so we can see how it looks with multiple devices, since I don't think anybody has a class of just 1. You can see the number just jumped up to 2. So this number should be the number of students that you expect to be participating in this activity. For this demo, we're going to focus mostly on single question activities here. Now, these are the single question that you're going to push to the students, and they're going to be able to respond. So let's try multiple choice. So click on multiple choice. It says that we're waiting for responses. The answer choices A through E show up on the student's device. So you're going to have to ask the question either verbally, put it on the board, have it in a PowerPoint. You'll have to have that prepared beforehand. So the students will select their answers, and as they choose their answers, they show up on the screen. So I can see here 2 out of 2 people have voted, so all the voting's in, and 1 chose A, 1 chose B. You can use this then to direct your instruction. When you're done with the activity, go ahead and click End Activity. All right, true, false. Again, very simple. Go ahead and click true, false. It will push the activity out to the students, and then you ask your question, and the students respond. In this case, both students responded false. This is correct, so it looks like we can move on. Let's go ahead and end this activity. And there's another type of single question activity, a short answer question. So let's go ahead and push a short answer question to the students. Here, the students get basically a text box where they can type in a text response. So you can ask a question like, what is your favorite thing to do on the weekend? Okay. One student says they like to go to the beach. Another student said, your mom. Okay, so there's that anonymous field. We have no idea which student did this. So be sure to prepare your classes on how to respond appropriately, and be careful if you're going to project these answers or vote on the responses. Fortunately, they do give us the option here to X out any response that we don't want to actually send back to students. So you can get rid of inappropriate responses or things that are duplicates. Now notice when I click on Vote on Responses, you have to have at least 2 active answers to start a vote. So I'm going to log in on a third device, my iPhone, so I can show you how we can vote on responses. Okay, so the third response has come in and it's appropriate. So now you can click on Vote on Responses and it pushes all these responses back to the students to vote on. So this person decided to change their mind. Ooh, sleeping in, that's even better. And we can see that 3 students voted for sleeping in. All right, let's go ahead and end this activity. So those are all the single question activities that you can run with Socrative in your classroom. Now you can also run quiz-based activities, and you can actually create, edit, and import quizzes. These would be pre-made, and they can contain multiple choice, true, false, and short answer questions. They can be graded automatically as well. And with quiz-based activities, students type in their name. With these quizzes, you can just run it as a straight quiz, or you can run it as a space race, meaning students will compete in teams to see who can complete the quiz correctly and also the fastest. One other type of quiz-based activity is an exit ticket, and it's used to get an end-of-class pulse check. So let's click on Exit Ticket. You can see that the student is prompted for their name. Next, the student is going to be asked how well they understand the material. And question 3 is going to be a summary of what they learned today. And you can explain to your kids how detailed you want this summary to be. And the 4th question asks them to solve the problem on the board. So you can have a pre-made problem up on the board or on a PowerPoint, or you can just pose a question to them to get your end of class pulse. Sometimes I even use this and have students ask any questions that they still have about the lesson. And then students click Finish Exit Ticket, and they're done with that. Once all the students have completed the exit ticket, you just click End Activity. And it gives you the option to download a report. You can either have it emailed to you, or you can download it straight to your computer. And it downloads as an Excel file, which we can open up. And you can see everybody's responses, their names, how well they understand it, summary of what they learned today, and what your last question was. Now notice that students can still type in funny answers. And so I just tell them, if you want credit for this assignment, you're going to go ahead and put in your actual name. If you want your mom to get credit for this assignment, then you can type that in. So that's how you use an exit ticket with Socrative. To end your session, all you have to do is go down and clear your room. It's not necessary, but you'll see when that happens, it kicks the students out of the room, and you can see there are 0 students left in your room. All right, those are some of the basics of how to use Socrative in your classroom.